Okay, it's time for Zandy Awesome. Today I'm taking apart a cheese that expired on January 15th, 2021. And in we go. Inside we have the cheese. The very gross cheese that I'm not going to touch. The probably stinky cheese. Whoopsie, I touched it. It's squishy. And generally gross. Wow, I am a poet with these words. Cut open.
That's a very smelly cheese.
Agreed. You can smell it. It smells like... You know what? I don't know what it smells like. I'm wearing a mask.
I smell it.
I am not eating the cheese. Thank goodness, because it's looking gross as I pull it off. The cheese is open. And now we will cut it in half. One side will take apart its crust that is formed, and the other side we're just gonna cut it open so many times since I like destruction. To start with, let me show you the inside of this cheese. Wow is right. It's a horribly gone wrong cheese.
Wow.
And I must be careful with my phone. And now for the cheese, I will now take off its skin. Okay, proving to be harder than I thought. It isn't just a crust. It's actually part of the cheese. Wow, this cheese stinks.
Yeah.
Wow, I might be a poet someday with the words I can conjure. Yeah, right. I'm just cutting it by now because I think it might be a little easier than just actually scanning it, because the crust isn't a crust. I think it was even there before it gone wrong. Nah, but I'll try on the tops and bottoms, even though it is supremely hard. And yes, I'm using both knives because I need a way to hold it other than actually touching it, as you see, because it looks brown.
Oh.
And yes, that's the only word that I can conjure right now.
Yeah.
And now, after I've taken it apart, careful examination. And what do you think, my viewer? My viewer here inside this camera?
Cutting it.
Do you have any questions, kiddo?
Yep, cutting it.
Well, okay. You want me to cut it now?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take this to the side and we'll revisit it later. In the meantime, let's go all out. And now, it's time for the cutting. Start this way and make a little piece of bad cheese pie. I like to take the top off my pie, but we've already done that. Pie. Cheese pie that's already expired months ago. By the way, we're May 2nd, 2021 by now when I'm filming this. It is really old. It's about 5 months it's been in here. Let's keep cutting. Nah. Who wants a tiny tidbit of this cheese? I don't think you guys want it.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want
So, this mess I have made on this cutting board will now be here for a while. Yeah. I am powerful by cutting this all in half at once. You know what? Let's take a look at this, outside and see what we think. As soon as I get my knives cleaned off. So, yeah, I found a piece inside here. This is our nice little crust. Nice little crust.
Nice little crust.
And this thing is the inside. It's not as bad as I thought. I thought it would disintegrate the minute my knives touched it. This is a chunk of it. And now, to commemorate this, let's dig in without eating. Because as I said before, it's gross and it stinks. And also, it looks like there's an oil in here, if you can see it. It's like glimmering. And it's just weird. Ugh. So the rest of this video will be dedicated to cutting. This is the former glorious cheese with a bit of the wrapper inside because I accidentally put it in there while I was cutting. No, not the phone. Just give me a second. No! My phone. On the cutting board, too. Jeez. There, the mess. And the monster. I don't think I can cut this anymore. So, goodbye. See how high this stacks up. Just normal expired cheese sculpting.
Yeah.
That is now getting everywhere. Man, I will need to clean up after this. So much.
You gotta get that out of the way for me.
So, normal expired cheese sculpting. Think I can make it higher. Higher. Whoa, no. It got on the floor.
And you stepped on that.
Yeah, I did. So, the rotten cheese sculpture. Thanks for watching. This is Andy Awesome. Please subscribe.